Okay, we're doing mid-chapter checkpoint for chapter 6 today. First of all, cross out the word factor and then fill in these two blanks with either common denominator or equivalent fractions. Use your vocabulary and your notebook to help you. Okay. Number 3, 4, and 5, the directions say, write 2 equivalent fractions. So we did this yesterday in our notebook. It's on the page with the vocabulary. You've got examples right here. They gave us a fraction.
I can't see the TV that good.
Okay, you're going to have to just listen, honey. Okay. So it's this assignment here where they gave us a fraction and we multiply the numerator and denominator by the same thing to get a new fraction. So, let me do something real quick so I can flip back and forth easier. Okay. So they wrote it 2/5 equals this equals this. They wanted you to just write the answers here, but just to make it simpler, I've set it up where you're going to put a fraction here, whatever number you choose. The only two you can't use are what? 0 and 1. Okay, so pick a number, multiply the numerator and denominator by that number, and write the answer you get. Same thing here, go 2/5 again, times another number, numerator and denominator, and get an answer. If you want an example, this is how you do it. This is what they've given you. 2/3 equals blank equals blank. I took and crossed out that equals and put times and then wrote 2/3 times blank equals blank. I'm going to just do 2 over 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. So 4/6 is my first answer. And then I'm going to use 3 over 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. So that's my second answer. So set it up so you can do those real quick.
That's what I did.
Don't talk. While you guys are working for 6, 7, and 8, you guys are going to be able to use fraction cubes if you would like. Waylon, turn your voice off. Okay, on number 9, 10, and 11, I know that not everybody's finished. You guys can come back to those. Actually, 6, 7, and 8, you can use fractions, your fraction cubes. Save those till the end, though, Jay, so you're not digging through fraction cubes. Come back and do those 3 at the end. Number 9, or 10 and 11, say write the fraction in simplest form. This is what we did as our math warm-up. Okay, so I have helped you with number 10. You do the factors of the numerator and the factors of the denominator. Factors of 25 are 1 times 25 and 5 times 5. Factors of 100 are 1 times 100, 2 times 50, 4 times 25, 5 times 20, and 10 times 10. Okay, now we identify common factors, 1 and 1, 5 and 5, 25 and 25. So what's the greatest common factor? 25. So we divide by 25 over 25. Okay. Is that better? Okay. So you have 25 cookies and 25 kids. How many cookies will each kid get? One. You have 100 cookies divided by 25 kids. What was 25's partner to get to 100? 4. 4. So your answer, simplest form, is 1/4 on number 10. So number 9 and 11, you're going to write in simplest form. Number 12 and 13, common denominators. I'm going to give you the example that we did yesterday in our notebook. 3/4 and 3/5. If they want us to find a common denominator for those, what do we multiply 3/4 times?
5 over 5.
5 over 5, because we multiply by the other fraction's denominator. So look at this. This is for 12 and 13. What do we multiply 3/4 times?
5 over 5.
5 over 5. What do we multiply 3/5 times?
4 over 4.
4 over 4. So for common denominators, we multiply by the other fraction's denominator. And not divide, we times. Okay? Okay, I know you guys are not done, but for the sake of the video, I'm trying to move through this real quick. I'm at least showing you what to do so that when you come back, you won't have any problems doing this. Flip to the back. Everybody flip to the back real quick. Do you see the words that I underline, or what I underlined on number 14? What did I underline?
Common denominator.
Common denominator. So guess what? You find the common denominator. Just like these, what we did here. Okay, we have two fractions. It says, Sam needs 5/6 cup mashed bananas and 3/4 cup mashed strawberries for a recipe. He wants to find whether he needs more bananas or more strawberries. So how can he write 5/6 and 3/4 as a pair of fractions with a common denominator? Okay? Just like this. By multiplying by the other fractions denominator. Shelby, you are a rock star. Thank you for answering. Okay. Number 15. So many kids in the other classes just wrote simplest form as their answer. It says Karen will divide her garden into equal parts. She will plant corn in 8/12 of the garden. What is the fewest number of parts she can divide her garden into. It's wanting you to find the simplest form for the fraction they gave you.
Yeah, they're trying to be.
Find simplest form.
They're trying to be lazy.
Waylon, what are you saying?
They're trying to be lazy.
Because they're like.
Sit down,
I
please.
wanna find the simplest route, right?
Okay, find simplest form. So you're going to take that 8/12 and look at our anchor chart for simplest form. Number 16, we have not learned. So I'm going to help you out with it. You guys ready? Okay. I'm going to erase this so that I can show you. Okay. So we skipped this lesson. It says Olivia is making scarves. Each scarf will have 5 rectangles. So picture this. She's making scarves, and each one of the scarves that she makes will have 5 rectangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it? Okay. It says 2/5 of the rectangles will be purple. What words did I tell you that you could use for the fraction line?
Out of.
Shelby, did you say it? Shelby's totally getting a positive pirate pass today. Out of. So instead of getting caught up in 2/5 are purple, 2 out of 5 are purple. Can you picture that? We got a scarf. It's got 5 rectangles. 2 out of the 5 are purple. Don't blurt my answer here in a minute. So what happens? How many purple does she need to buy if she's making 3 scarves? So we're going to draw 3 scarves. Each one's going to have how many sections?
5.
5 sections. And how many of those 5 are going to be purple?
2.
2. Okay. So scarf 1 has 5 sections. Scarf 2 has 5 sections. Scarf 3 has 5 sections. Now, I'm not going to, I would still want you guys to figure this out, so I'm not going to tell you the answer. But I am going to help you with this. I'm going to say 2 out of 5 are purple. So you're going to shade 2 out of every 5. Pretend you're shading them purple. Then you're going to count up how many you shaded, and that's your answer. So when she goes to the store, Olivia needs to buy, you're going to answer how many purple. If she's making 3 scarves, and 2 out of every 5 are purple. And the last question. It says, Paul, this is a baking type question, like I've told you before, when my daughter uses my measuring cups and gets them dirty.
Yeah.
And I have a different size, and I have to figure out how many times I got to fill up the new size.
Mm-hmm.
So Paul needs to buy 5/8 pound of peanuts. The scale at the store doesn't measure in 8, it measures in 16. So Paul's got to figure out how many times to fill up his scooper or to make 5/8. So it's 5/8 is what he needs, times something is going to give him a new fraction with 16 on the bottom. Copy that down on your paper. You have to figure out what goes here and here and here. So you got to ask yourself, what do I do to this guy to turn him into 16? What do I times this guy? Don't blurt. What do I times this guy by to get 16? And if I do it to the bottom, do it to the top. And whatever you get is gonna be your answers right here. Okay? All right, are you done, Ethan? Okay. Go ahead and turn it in. Mark the checklist, and I'll try to figure out something for you to do. Okay. If you guys have any questions, first thing I want you to do is look back in your notebook. Equivalent fractions, simplest form, common denominators. You have examples in your notebook of everything you're going to do. Okay? If you have questions, let me know. I'm going to go back to the front side, so make sure you got all that down. Okay? And that is it.